Hello, this is Caleb with Garvin Sewer Service. This is part 2 for the mother-in-law unit is what we're calling it, for 16566 West 74th place, I believe. So we are in the garage where we have a clean out on a Y. And we did camera this first, got to about 95 feet. We couldn't go further because there was some roots in there. So we are 112 feet to, this line goes directly to the cleanouts that I operated for the main house. We're looking down the cleanout right now. If we continue past, we go all the way to the street. We sweep to the street. So this line goes directly to the cleanout for the main house. So we're looking at SDR drain right here. And we're going to go ahead and pull back. We're going to be taking a look at the different sections because I'm not sure why roots got an SDR. Very odd to me because it should be glued and not having an issue with roots if it was glued in properly and made embedded properly, all this stuff. Primer. I did question if some of the joints weren't glued properly together or didn't have primers or the glue didn't work, something of that sort. So if there is any of that on any part of this drain, then we need to go ahead and fix that, and that is not something that we'll be liable for if it was not installed correctly. So trying to deem, because the roots are out here and they were growing down the drain. And I'm trying to deem if this is cracked or if this is some sort of fitting that is not glued, or if there's maybe a band for whatever reason and it's gotten into the band. Hey, don't put the locate up. Huh? You put the locate up? Yeah. Okay, no worries. Let's go ahead and get it back out. I want to check a spot. All right, so I marked this with a flag in the yard, and the flag is for the spot where the roots are. There's not supposed to be roots in SDR. Clay are just male and female sectioned in, and clay can handle roots more, I believe. But SDR, which is what this is, should be glued, and it really melts the pipe together. It's not real glue. It's a chemical reaction. So how the roots get in here, I'm unsure. So it's very possible it can be cracked. It does look too uniformed to be cracked, too much of a perfect circle. So maybe it's the joint that's glued, or I'm sorry, that's not glued. So it's just male and female sectioned in, kind of like clay tiles. So that is something that at the very least needs to get cleaned out, and at the most needs to get fixed. It is about 4 feet deep, marked with a flag. There'll be pictures on the job. There are 2 other sections of issues coming up the way. They're in the driveway. We will have a green dot. The depth, one of them is 3 feet 6 inches, and the other one's 3 feet 8 inches deep underneath the concrete. And I'll go ahead and kind of explain that what's going on is that there are roots or rocks or something of that nature around the drain that are causing the drain to bend and stress really bad. So this is something that could crack honestly any day, or it could last a few years, but at some point it will just give out. Who knows when that's going to be, but once it gives out, dirt will get in the line. It will cause the backup. Somebody will come out to try to snake it. He will have a hard time, and that's whenever you need to have the conversation about getting the drain fixed in the driveway. Now here's the first spot. This is not a crack, believe it or not. But that looks like some sort of root underneath the driveway, or the weight has pushed the line down and it's now on a rock of some sort. But that, because there's a fitting right there that's supposed to be glued and all that, and they come in and it's like there's a cliff here. because there's something on the underside of the drain pushing up, or the drain's pushing really hard down, or a combination of the two. So that spot, located with the green dot on the picture of the job, 3 feet 8 inches is that one. And because there's a hill, this one's going to be 3 feet 6 inches deep. And there's another spot that's like that coming up shortly. Which is right here. It's not as dramatic, but it is the same concept here. So a little bit of pulling of water, maybe ever so slightly. This might catch some solids and debris, just like the other one. The other one is more prone to it. So what you got is you got something on the underside of the drain protruding up, or the drain protruding down, or pushing down, and that's causing the problem. So we got the one spot of root that need to get cleaned out, and then we got those 2 spots. I thought maybe there was a belly where the roots were, but what it was is the line was starting to back up. And so we cleared the line, and now we don't see any standing water in those sections. A couple times throughout this video there has been a little bit of running water, maybe from the sink and stuff upstairs. I told them they could run water. So we have the 2 issues that are close to the cleanouts, that are around 30 to 40 foot mark. Again, the depth is 3 feet 6 to 8 inches. Those 2 spots will one day spontaneously break, causing you to have to go ahead and get it fixed. And then the farthest issue where the roots are is 80 feet. The depth is around 4 feet deep. That is in the grass area. Roots should not be SDR, so either that is a cracked SDR pipe, or it was not glued and it is incorrectly installed to begin with, meaning the roots got in there. If there's any other questions, give Garvin Sewer Service a call. My name is Caleb. Thank you for your time.